Well, hello, and welcome to another episode of Creeping Dark. Except it isn't. This is Creeping Dark 2. While I'm waiting on Mindman and Keo to have their turn on making some progress on the server, I'm going to show off this pack, which is the 1.16 sequel to Creeping Dark 1. It is quite a bit different to the original because there's a quite different selection of mods available in the pack. But the overall idea is the same. You've got a plague growing in the sky, which you can just now see the beginning of, and we go on a quest to cure it. So, first, let's, as with the original, you've got your own little starting house, prefab, that you can just spawn somewhere and zap, you have a house. As with your... Oh, I'm still in editing mode. You didn't see that. This is Minecraft. You start by punching trees. Oh, wait a second. We have quests. I should go look at them. Oh, look. We have an anti-tree punching bag as the first quest reward for nothing. Free set of tools. What the hell? I never knew this was a thing. Yonk! A whole stack of pumpkins. Okay. Lag. Encoding overloaded. Gee, I wonder if it has anything to do with that lag spike of CPU usage. CPU usage? Oh, this is interesting. That's, these are, I almost called them Ars Magica trees, but actually it's Ars Nouveau, I believe? Yes, Ars Nouveau. Just kind of one of the spiritual successors to Ars Magica. Well. Ah, we've got one of these already. Nope. Yep. Oh, look at that. We already have a free diamond. Oh, there's 2 chests. I didn't even know you could do that. I guess we better check this one too, just in case. Nope, nothing. Hobbit house? I guess so. That looks like a very uncomfortable bed to sleep in. Well, since this is here, I might as well get it. One of the mods we have is Caves and Cliffs Backport, which gives you some of the world gen features of 1.18, I believe it is. Like the 1.18 version of Copper and the 1.18 textures. Well, sun's going down. I should probably find a place to plunk this house, even if it's less than ideal. We're probably going to end up chopping a tree in half. Zap! We have a house. Well, now that we're here, let's get our goodies chest. Well, I just found some rubies. Rubies are handy because they make decent tools. Ruby pickaxe. Nice. Thermal expansion is one of the returning mods for the pack, and it's got these nice 1.18 style textures for its ores as well. Yeah. Ars Nouveau gems. MacLeod. Who's anyway. Ah, Ender Ore. You don't have to murder Endermen anymore. So the Create mod is in this pack, and so we have zinc. Fluoride. That's a mechanism thing. that I don't think I've really even used before. You hear that? That is a particular type of ore. Sounds like it's coming from this direction. It's not the ender ore, something else. Ah, it's this guy. And we need a diamond pick to get it. Well, for now we're just gonna bookmark. We're gonna bookmark a bookmark called bookmark. Oh, more diamonds. Smooth. Yeah, dimensional shard ore. That's going to be useful for RF tools. Well, I think the next thing I want to do, usually one of the first things I do is I get a smeltery going. So we found some clay underground, so now I just need some sands and some gravels. But first, I need to get through these fucking goddamn trees. Uh-oh. I see you. Sucker punch. Bye-bye. I see you, piggy. I know I get a quest credit for you, too. Hiding in the trees won't save you. Hiding in the trees... Nope, hiding in the trees won't save you. Oh, well that is an AE2 meteorite. A submerged one. Well, we'll definitely be coming back to this. So we've got a stack each of clay, sand, and gravel, which should be enough to get a smeltery going. So making the smeltery is slightly more complicated in this version. You need a few extra steps. You need to make a thing called a seared heater and pour some copper over it. To get the copper, you need to make a seared melter, which can be used to melt the copper. It's sort of a mini smeltery. It increases your ore output by increased it by 50% versus doubling it like the full smeltery does. But we just need it to get started, so we're just going to make one and immediately make a smeltery with it. Now to do this, we also need to make the casting basin. We need to make a faucet or two. And we need to make we need to make the seared heater, which is this guy. The way this works is you can either put the seared heater down and put the melter on top of it, and then you can power it with coal or whatever, or alternately you can take a tank of lava, which I already went and grabbed and filled up, put it underneath there, and power it from lava, just like the regular smeltery. So we need copper, so let's just shovel some copper in. That gives us 4 ingots of copper, which I think, yes, it's the exact amount we need. So what you do is, if I remember correctly, plonk a spigot on it, put the basin under it, stick the heater in the basin, and pour. And we're done. We have the controller. And the rest of it more or less works like your regular smeltery. So we've got a basin already. We've got a faucet already. We don't need the melter, but we can melt it down to get seared brick out if we need to. You need a tank to put lava in, which we already have. We need the seared drain, for which we need copper. Might have been good to not take this thing apart yet. So I've set the thing back up, put some copper in it, and we don't have an ingot cast yet, but we can kind of half-ass some ingot casts. In fact, you can half-ass almost any cast. You just drop some sand in a casting table and you have sand casts. Drop the sand cast in the table, stick something in the shape that you want to cast into it, and pour. Single use, but it will do for now. Alright, so we have the controller, we have the tank, we need to make the drain, which we now have the copper for. We need 9, 12, 15, 18 seared brick blocks. Now we have a basin, we have a table, we have a spigot. And I think we're covered. For real this time. Now, just because, I'm going to build it into the side of the house. Presented without comment. Plonk, plonk, plonk. Plonk, plonk, plonk. Plonk, plonk, plonk. Boom, boom, boom. Plonk, plonk, plonk. Let's put the controller there. Oh. It looks like it's trying to tell me there's a brick missing there, which is complete bullshit. So I'm going to ignore it. Put the drain in the middle. The tank there. These bits outside. That should do it. I think we got it. Let's try throwing some copper in. See what happens. We have copper. Slosh. At this point, we might as well go through and start processing our ores. Since we can, I'm going to make another drain. I'm going to install it here. I'm going to take our other spigot and put the table under it. Fairly sure that works. We don't have enough gold to make 2 blocks. So we're going to make an ingot cast to get the rest out. Now, there's no aluminum, brass, or anything of the sort in this version of Tinker, so you have to use gold to make your casts. Just like version 1.0. Well, now that we've got our smeltery, let's make some of our Tinker's tool stations. So, the first step, as usual, is to make some patterns. The stations are a bit different in this version. We'll start with the crafting station, which is pattern on a log. And we'll get the tinker station, which is patterns on some planks. We also need the part builder. Alright, so the part builder and the stencil table have been kind of combined in this version. Instead of making a stencil and then putting the stencil in the part builder with materials to make parts, you just put the material in with patterns and you make parts from that, and it consumes the pattern on use. So let's get a standard pickaxe, just cause. To make a pickaxe, just like before, stick, binding, and pickaxe head. Binding, I'll just use wood for now, we can replace it later. And for now, just make a crappy flint pickaxe. Just for illustrative purposes. It looks like stone might actually be a better choice for this. So I'll just briefly explain one of the aspects. Each material that you make a piece out of gives your tool different stats, and each material has a different set of stats, like different durability, different attack damage, different mining speed, but they also give you a trait, an inbuilt trait, which if you build a tool out of that material, you get that trait, which gives the tool some effect. So if you make a tool with a head out of flint, you get a trait called damaged, and as I screwed that up, didn't I? So if you make a tool with a head out of flint, you get a trait called jagged, which means as it gets damaged, it does more damage, but it gets slower at mining. We want the opposite of that for a mining tool, which I think is what stone gets you. Stonebound, yes. As it wears out, it gets faster, but does less damage. Since we want to use this for mining, we're more interested in the mining speed than the damage. And there it is. Basic stone pickaxe. It's a stone pickaxe. Works just like every other stone pickaxe, pretty much. But since it's a tinker's pick, it's got some traits, like it has cultivated, which if you make something out of wood, I believe, you get a trait called cultivated, which causes it to slowly repair itself over time. Basically, it regrows just like an actual wooden tree. Well, the next major milestone here will be to go into the Nether. And for that, we need obsidian. And for that, we need a pickaxe capable of mining it. So, let's do a couple of things first. First of all, I've smelted up a bit of iron. So, I'm going to start by upgrading my armor. Alright. Done. And I'm fairly sure we can mine obsidian if we make an Invar pickaxe head with Tinker's Construct. It says mining level diamond, and I hope that means that it mines what diamond can mine. But for that, we need to find some nickel. Well, we finally broke our ruby pick, but we found some sapphire, so we'll make a sapphire one, which should be pretty much equivalent. It's still there, mocking me for not having a good enough pickaxe. Our inventory is getting full of shit, so I'm going to make a thing called a Dank Storage cell. Dank 1. Now, what a tank does is it can store a fairly large amount of a few items, like all this fucking deep slate we're picking up, and, well, cobble, and redstone, and irons. Basically, it's a place to put all this crap that we're picking up, and all this not-so-crap we're picking up. What's handy about the Dank is that as you pick up, if you configure it properly, as you pick up the stuff that's inside of it, it just goes straight, the rest of it goes straight inside of it. Another handy thing about the Dank is if you configure your keybinds correctly, you can switch it to construction mode, and you just place stuff out of the bag. Something I should have done the first time I came over here. Fill up my safety bucket. Whoops. Well. Oh! Ow. Honey dicked. Oh! That was a most fortunate mistake. Alright, so we found some nickel. We only found one. Alright. Sure, I found at least two. Well, in goes the one then. Now, I'm just going to use a sand cast for this. And we'll also use this thing that we conveniently didn't need. Alright. Oh, there's the rest of the nickel. Well, I guess we get to go find out whether Invar can mine obsidian. Answer? Yes, apparently. According to JEI. No, according to the one probe? Five is not going to be enough. Just putting that out there. Well, let's go mine this lake, because we'll get a lot more out of it. Oh, these assholes. These guys are a huge pain in the dick. Oh, I hear you. There she is. Gotcha. Gotcha. Let's mine this up. That is definitely another portal's worth, and then some.